local reporters.
Hey there, Senator. Peter Zampa, Gray Television. First, a couple of days ago, former President Trump suggested that if necessary, the military step in and handle what he calls the enemy from within on Election Day. What exactly does that mean?
Yes.
And then second, if I could.
Go ahead.
Oh, you can answer that one first if you like.
Yeah, let me answer that question and ask your second question. So first of all, and this is not meant to be a criticism of you. It's meant to be a criticism of the media writ large. Is the media likes to hang their hat on something that Donald Trump said. They take it out of context, and instead of focusing on the fact that gas prices are 45% higher than when Kamala Harris was president, over the last 3.5 years of Kamala Harris's leadership, or that groceries are 25% higher thanks to Kamala Harris's leadership, or that housing prices in Pennsylvania are about 50% higher. They focus on these things instead of on the issues that the American people actually care about. And I think we can do so much better by talking about the issues and the substance. But I want to answer your question. Here's what Donald Trump was saying. We all saw this. We all saw this in the summer of 2020, and I believe that the number is $13 billion of damage, and 20 lives were lost, most of them police officers, in the rioting that happened in the summer of 2020. We have various far-left activists who are talking about civil unrest in this country if Donald Trump were to be elected president again. If you have people who are rioting in American streets, whether they're Democrats or Republicans, whatever their political persuasion is, we're not going to let that happen. We believe in law and order in this country. That's what Donald Trump is talking about, and I think it's very simple. Second question.
And the second question, what message do you think it sends to independent voters when you do not directly answer the question, did Donald Trump lose in 2020?
I think, sir, look, first of all, on the election of 2020, I've answered this question directly a million times. No, I think there are serious problems in 2020. So did Donald Trump lose the election? Not by the words that I would use, okay? So look, we could, but look, I really couldn't care less if you agree or disagree with me on this issue. And here's the thing that I focus on, because what the media will do, they'll focus on the court cases or they'll focus on some crazy conspiracy theory. What I know, what verifiably I know happened, is that in 2020, large technology companies censored Americans from talking about things like the Hunter Biden laptop story. And that had a major, major consequence on the election. Now, let's take that as a baseline reality. Even the journalists who constantly fact-check me admit that that's real. Well, okay. You could say, well, let's say your view is that happened and we still think Trump lost. Or that happened and we think that means Trump won. Who cares? It happened. Censorship is bad, and that's the substance of what we're focused on, and that's what we care the most about. And here's the final point that I'll make is, you know what I care a lot more about than what happened 3.5 years ago? Is what Kamala Harris has done over the last 3.5 years and what she's going to do if the American people give her 4 years in office. It's a disaster. We know that it has led to terrible, terrible consequences for the American people, and that's what we're focused on. And, you know, one final observation here. I've been asked just in the past 2 weeks, I think I've been asked probably 8 or 9 questions about 2020, and I give an honest answer because I think it's important to ask the question or answer the questions that are asked. But how many questions have I been asked about why Pennsylvanians can't afford gasoline? I've been asked Thank you. I've been asked very, very few questions about why Pennsylvanians can't afford food and can't afford housing. And here's the simple reality is we can agree to disagree on a whole host of issues, but our message to Pennsylvania independents, to Pennsylvania Republicans, and to Pennsylvania Democrats is very simple. If you want a secure southern border and you want to be able to afford the American dream again, Donald Trump and I have a plan for you, and we will fight for you, and that's our message to voters down the stretch.
Hi, Senator. Jake Sarwar from Fox 56 Wolf. Just